Let's turn the page now to the seasons here. We have to wish you a happy spring. I guess officially, sort of, yeah.
Yes, 5:20, right?
Yeah.
About 5 minutes away.
A few minutes away from the astronomical start to spring.
Here we go. So it's officially starting in just about 10 minutes, as we said. 5:24, I guess I was a little bit off, 14 minutes about, but meteorologist.
Just a few minutes. We waited this long.
Right, KJ Jacobs here with the top 5 facts and some of the myths, though, also about the change of the season.
One fun fact we can all agree on, it can look like spring in the Carolinas, but still feel more like winter. The equinox occurs twice per year around March 20th, when the sun is passing directly over the equator. And fact number 1, on the day of the equinox, the sun is rising due east and sets due west.
Go out at sunrise and sunset today and look and see exactly where the sun is setting and rising. That'll perfectly mark east and west for you.
NASA Ambassador Tony Rice says another fact is the rising and setting of the sun is the fastest on the day of the equinox and the slowest on the day of the solstice.
So coming up on the summer, it takes another 30 seconds. It all has to do with the angle of the light. The angle is at its steepest and makes that setting and rising go its fastest.
Essentially, the Earth's tilt is canceled out on this day, and we receive roughly the same amount of daylight and darkness. The vernal equinox has already passed for Charlotte, with its closest split of 12 hours between day and night. It happened Friday with 12 hours and 56 seconds of daylight, and nearly 7 more minutes of daylight today.
We actually see the sun rise before it is physically above the horizon, and actually see it set a little bit later than it's physically below the horizon. That's due to something called atmospheric refraction. Our atmosphere is bending the light from below the horizon, and we get a couple extra minutes of sunlight because of it. And that's what makes equilux occur a couple of days before equinox.
Therefore, equal day, equal night falls under the myth category. The vernal equinox does not occur on March 20th every year. Another myth you may have heard of, you can balance an egg on its end only on the day of the equinox. I'm meteorologist KJ Jacobs, WCNC Charlotte.
Glad he snuck that one in there at the end.
Those go around or balancing the broom or something.
Yeah, I remember
You can balance
hearing
those
that, yeah.
any day of the year. There's no difference in the time.
All right.
Now, this is astronomical spring.
Yes.
But there's
We have meteorological.
yeah.
So
I'm trying to get it all together
Well, the
myself
reason
here.
meteorological spring is important, it's based on the 3 months, full months, and it's based on the temperature cycle. So for weather data, like all the data from the 1st through today counts as spring already.
Gotcha.
So none of the data would go into the winter. Winter officially over for our books.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it is cool. Astronomical spring is kind of interesting. And I want to show you how much our sun set changes around here. So today, the cool thing about the equinox, it will exactly set due west. That's 270 degrees bearing on your compass. Now, what happens at the winter solstice? The sun sets almost in the southwest sky at about 240 degrees. And then in the summer solstice, the sun will actually set at 300 degrees in the northwest sky. So throughout the year in Charlotte, the sunset will vary pretty dramatically. So if you get sun on one part of your house in a certain time of year, this is why the sun angle does change.